It is amazing how when we release fear, how the message becomes crystal clear. And I didn't mean for that to rhyme, but let's rock with it. I was walking into the kitchen area, and sometimes in the little window unit, AC unit, some beetles or ladybugs, little bugs will get stuck inside of there, and I always help them out. But today we had some kind of hornet, yellow jacket, wasp thing, and it was really freaking out. And I'm someone who doesn't kill any kind of bug. And I'm observing this little hornet wasp thing, and the shade's open, so like it could easily go through the shade if it wanted to do that. And I was like, okay, let me try and help out this wasp. And I can feel in its energy that it's so agitated, it's so stuck in this present moment of trying to get out but not having the space to just take a step back and realize that it has all these opportunities to get out if it really wanted to. It could get out through the blinds, it could go underneath the blinds, like it had so many options. So I raised the blind up as much as possible. So now that it has room to go lower on the window screen. And I grab my little jar that I always use for the bugs. I grab one of my oracle cards that I always use for the bugs to kind of trap it in there. And I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for it to have its own realization of like, okay, I have the space now. I can go under. If it wanted to even fly around, like I don't care. I wasn't bothered by it of hurting me. And so I'm patiently waiting. And then I start talking to it. And I'm like, hey, you need to calm down. You need to calm down. Because if you can calm down, you can realize that I'm here and trying to help you, and that you can get out of the situation. Like, it's very easy. I'm not going to allow you to just die in here. Like, I'm trying to get you back out into the fresh air. And it's still just darting around, staying way, way, way at the top of the window, not even thinking about the rest of the window that's below it now. And it's just so focused, and it's getting stuck in spider webs, and it's trying to get out of the spider webs, and it's doing the most. And so I'm waiting and waiting and waiting. And I even talk to my guides. I'm like, okay, maybe it doesn't understand me. Can you interpret for me and let it know that I'm trying to help it out? And about 5 minutes go by, and it eventually tires itself out and falls down low enough on the window where I can capture it with the glass jar and then slide my card underneath so that it's fully inside. And then I let it outside. I take it further away from the cabin so that it has just all the space that it needs to. Because, you know, if I was trapped, I would just boom, jet out as soon as I have the space to do so. And so I put it outside. We're away from the cabin, and it's fully uncovered now. I've put the jar on the ground, and it's still buzzing like crazy inside the jar, even though it has all the fresh air and all the opportunity and space to just fly out the jar. And so I'm standing there, and I'm witnessing, and I'm observing this hornet thing, and it took it an extra minute or two to get out the jar. I actually had to like take its little butt and put it out the jar. And I'm like, was all that necessary? And I don't want to say anything about bugs. Any animal, all animals and all bugs, they're very intelligent. But it's this commonality that we have with all of them, that when we are in a fight or flight or freeze state, we are so close to the situation that sometimes we don't see all the opportunities and choices that we have to get out of that situation. And sometimes, you know, me seeing this bug and seeing myself as the bug, and me seeing my present self, this body flesh self, as my higher self, as source energy, as my guides. And they're just sitting back and they're like, bro, what are you doing? we're waiting for you. We're trying to help you out. We want to release you back into the fresh air. But you gotta let us help you out. And even after we're outside and all it has to do is walk a couple steps into fresh air. Even after, we can still get so comfortable, get so used to the confines that we've created, the illusions that we've created, the box that we are in. That even when we are in fresh air, even when we have all the opportunity and all the choices to choose differently, sometimes it's more comfortable to be in that chaotic energy. And your guides, your ancestors, your higher self, they are compassionately giggling at you with so much love. Because they're like, girl, get it together. We love you, but like, walk out the jar. Allow yourself to receive that love, receive that help. I absolutely love moments like this, teachings like this. I get the most impactful messages just observing and working with and connecting with all the animals. So I wanted to share that. It was a silly story. It was a silly experience, but it was also very telling as well. I love you.